Republican Brian Watson is the CEO of a commercial real estate investment company and says he has personally overseen more than $500 million in acquisitions. Democrat Dave Young is a former math teacher and state legislator who worked on the Joint Budget Committee, helping balance the state's nearly $30 billion budget.
Why do you want to be state treasurer?
It's over the last 4 years I've had a front row seat to really understand the finances of the state deeply, and I think it's given me the skill set to do the kind of work in the treasurer's office that's required.
I really believe we need people in these positions who want to do it for the right reasons, number one, and who also have the business and experience to bring to the table. We don't just need another career politician looking for the next job.
Colorado's treasurer invests and manages more than $6 billion in tax dollars and sits on the board of the Public Employee Retirement Association, or PERA. Both candidates say the state's $49 billion retirement system needs an overhaul.
How do you anticipate being able to fix PERA as one voice on one board?
Well, the same way that I think I did my work on the Joint Budget Committee. I mentioned that we have 6 members on the Joint Budget Committee. 3 are Democrats, 3 are Republicans, and it takes 4 votes in order to get anything done on the budget. And we literally take thousands of votes and work very cooperatively and very collaboratively together in order to make sure that we're meeting the needs of the citizens of Colorado. I think I can bring that skill set.
The first thing I'm going to do when elected treasurer is call every single board member and sit down with them individually and get to know them as people. Figure out what our commonalities are. Everything I've done in my career is about building bridges and tearing down barriers among people. And then collectively go and say, you know what, what's been done is done. We need to fix it going forward.
Recently, state legislators passed a reform bill that would increase an employee's contributions to the pension plan and the age at which they can retire.
For one of my fixes for PERA is to increase it even more to at least match Social Security. And 2 is the cost of living adjustment. Several proponents have said, move that down to 0, and that way they at least still get their benefit, but they're not necessarily getting a cost of living adjustment. But we need to ratchet it to the point where it's going to make the program healthy and sustainable.
So what are you advocating? Do you think 0 is a good option?
I think we really need to look at it and analyze it.
Right now, we have a 0 cost of living for the next 2 years, and then it's going to be 1.5%. Here's the problem. There are some people that will be fine at 1.5% as retirees. There will be others that are actually riding the line between poverty and sustainability.
What about the retirement age?
Again, I think it's one of those individualized approach where we actually look at the needs of people.
Both men acknowledged problems with the Great Colorado Payback program, which manages unclaimed property and assets. The state is holding money and property belonging to more than 1.7 million people and businesses, and many have complained it takes too long for rightful owners to get the assets back.
That may be an indicator that there's not enough people actually serving in that capacity to respond to the claims that are being processed. So we may need more people in there to actually do the work.
So the first thing that we would do, the 30-person staff that the treasurer works with there, is for me to build a relationship with each individual and say, look, we need to be better, smarter, faster, and we need to realize who our customer is.
Watson says he would not take a salary if he were elected to the job and would continue to chair his own company while working for the people of Colorado.
Why should anybody that's going to vote for you think that your heart is going to actually be in it?
And my response is, if you want something done in life, what I've learned is give it to a busy person. Beware of the person who's always bored and has nothing to do.
I don't think the treasurers should have their attention divided. This is a full-time job. It is a very important job. It needs a lot of attention. I intend to give it my full attention.
Young says he has a proven track record reaching across the aisle to handle budget issues.
The person should be a problem solver, should be a good listener, should be somebody who really represents the people. I have a track record doing that.
I think he's a decent, nice person, but I don't believe he has the investment expertise and experience the way that I have to actually go make a positive difference in the state treasurer's office.